A lot of you might be familiar with find and replace in Excel because it is similar to other Office applications, but the reason I'm doing this lesson is to show you some of the hidden features that you have. So let's start. First of all, to get the find window, you can do Ctrl and F, that's the shortcut, and then you get the find window. Otherwise, you can go under Home, Find and Select, and you click on Find and you get it. So if you search for something like blue, for example, you can do find next and it will show me where I have blue in my Excel sheet. As you can see, I can see them. Now, one thing I want to show you is that assume that I only want to see blue within those cells. So only these 9 cells. I select those 9 cells, I do Ctrl F, I do find next, and you can see I only have one blue. It will not show me any other blue in the Excel. So this is why when you want to find something and it's generic, just select one cell and then it will work out. Let's go back to our find. There are a lot of options that people are not aware of, and they are under these options. If I click under these options, I have obviously match case. So for example, if this is case sensitive, I can take this match case and it will only show me the blue that are in this case. So capital B and then small LUE. You also have match entire cell content. So for example, if I don't tick this, it means that if I have blue vest, it will still highlight the cell. But if I tick on this, blue vest will not be highlighted because it doesn't match the entire cell content. The other thing that you have is search within, and this a lot of people forget. If I put sheet, it means it's only gonna find it in the sheet that I selected. Whereas if I put workbook, it will try to find it in sheet 1, 2, and 3. And lastly, you have look in. Most of the time you have value on, but imagine that you want to search for it also in a formula. So for example, you're looking for a VLOOKUP formula and you type, for example, here VLOOKUP. If you do search in values, you won't find this unless you type it. But if you put it in formulas, if it is also in a formula, it will find it. So as an example, if I say equal VLOOKUP, for example, pant, and then I'm going to do lookup arrays this, comma, to false. And again, if you're not familiar with VLOOKUPs, I'm going to put a link in the description so you can see how it works. But assume you have this formula. If I do Control F, I search in my sheet and I do values and I do VLOOKUP, you can see that I don't find it. But if I put formulas, you can see that I find it because it's also in formulas. The other two important things that you can search for are notes and comments. So for example, if I put pink and I select within workbook and I find next, you can see that pink is here. It is within this note. So when you select notes, it will find your word only in notes, and when you select comments, it will find your word only in comments. So for example, if I put comments, I get this comment with pink here. Let's go back to sheet 1 and let's do Ctrl F, and then instead of find next, I'm gonna say only in sheets, I'm gonna say in values, and I'm gonna say find all, and I'm gonna select blue. If I do find all, I get all the instances where I have blue. Now if I click here and then I press shift and then arrow down, you can see that I am selecting my blue and it's showing me the blues here in the cells. So if I close this, then I can format it, for example, in gray, and you can see that all my blues are formatted in gray. Now let's go to replace. For replace, it's Control H this time, not F, H, and you have obviously replace here. If you go under home, find and select, and then replace. In replace, obviously you have the same basic things that we saw for find, but there is also something I didn't show you for find, which is finding or replacing by format. So for example, you can see that I have this blue here. Let's remove the word and let's say that I want to replace this blue. So either I can select a format, but if I don't know what is this blue, I can say choose format from cell. I click, I select one cell, and it took the format from here. And let's assume that I want to change this to a fill that is this color. If I say replace all, you can see that it has replaced all my left column with this green format. The problem you face here is that it did not replace this format. Why? Because you have to be careful on one thing. Replace with this format that you choose from a cell, do not only take the color from the cell, it takes every formatting you have done. And here, for example, all my data is bolded, whereas here it is not bolded. So this is why it did not pick up this format. So if I do clear find format, then I click here, I select this blue. So here I only selected the color and I did not select any font, and I do replace all. You can see that I have replaced my right column. So these are the basics of find and replace. Please let me know in the comments if you have used some of the features I showed you, like for example changing format and so on.